Welcome back to Yoga Express, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. And I would like to welcome on behalf of all our viewers, welcome back Tevin Ogbewele. I think by now I've learned to say your last name right, Tevin. Tevin, welcome back to the show. Before we move on, I have a few questions to ask you. First of all, I was very curious. After you did, I think, was it the last episode, the last taping that we had, you actually did that very fluid movement, very graceful motions of your dance, right?
Yes.
And you said you create it on the spot.
Yeah.
You go ahead and it tells a story. Couple of questions. The first question I have about the dance is, do you create the story on the spot as well, or do you have some concept in mind?
It depends on like the moment or like the timing and stuff.
The music?
Yeah, the music too.
And the people around you?
Yeah.
Okay,
like
so
how they hype it up. It's just you build up with it. So, yeah.
Right, okay. So you're basically expanding that expression.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that mood that's already there. You're giving it some expression, right? The other question I had was, I know before we started taping, we talked about what programs you watch on TV. And I'm curious because I want to know what you feed. Do you watch M&N first of all?
To be honest, no.
You're going to start watching now,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Oh, what other programs do you watch?
Oh, I watch a lot of TV. I watch Disney Channel, Nickelodeon.
Did I ask MTV
yes.
as well?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, I watch Pretty Little Liars, Vampire Diaries, just a lot of shows. The Degrassi, I'm trying to catch back on that. Law and Order SVU, that's my show. Suits, Psych, Monk, just a lot of shows.
You watch Monk as well?
Yeah, that's my show. He's
Okay.
funny. Adrian
Monk.
Yeah, Adrian Monk.
I watch that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. I thought only us oldies watch that. I didn't know you like. I guess it's more adventure and suspense.
Yeah. And plus he's funny. So.
Right, he is. Oh yeah. Well, we won't discuss Monk right now, but I know what you mean. There was. I know also that you like action movies, right? You like, because you're young. I understand.
Yes,
so you want a lot of that, but you also watch the dance show, the music shows like MTV.
Yeah.
Now, we're also talking about what your for example, what you watch. I'm assuming that's what your friends watch, your friends and neighbors, right?
Yeah.
So now you're going to introduce them to our show.
Oh.
Have them watch you.
Hey, Gates Avenue, we up here. You already know. Gates and Lewis all day. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Huh?
Gates Avenue is where you live.
Yeah.
Okay, and what are you saying to them?
Oh, say, hey, what's up? Hey, more TV. Ooh.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think you're watching this camera, the one
Oh,
with the
hey,
light
what's up? Hey, I'm still here. Ooh. Just want to show what's up. Show us back.
Greetings from Tevin.
Yeah, Gates Ave.
But are all your neighbors going to be there in Gates Avenue?
Yeah.
Your neighbors. Okay, so you've said hello to them. They're going to be watching you stretch. We're going to take your friends in Gates Avenue and all our viewers as well through some back bends and forward folds today. Before we do that, Tevin, I am going to first tell our viewers how they can get to us. If you want to reach us, first of all, if you watch us and you're stretching with us, you may want to come and stretch with us right here on the mat some of these days. So what you want to do is either email us through my website, www.yogaxpress.com, yogaxpress.com. It's right up there on the screen. Or you could come through our studio website, www.mnn.org. MNN stands for Manhattan Neighborhood Network. And these episodes are taped in the studios of MNN, Manhattan Neighborhood Network. We air 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, on Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and FiOS 35. They're all public access channels, so you should be able to receive it at home. We do air on all 5 days at 1:30 in the afternoon, but we are hoping to go live in the next couple of seasons, possibly sooner, but at least one season from now, about 10 to 12 weeks. Here's what we are going to do. If you come on the show, once we go live, we cannot promise that all these deals will be up there, but if you come on our show in the next actually next week we have a lot of tapings. As we are taping now, next week we have a few more tapings. By the time this airs, you may miss those tapings. You can always come live. If you come on our show, we will give you a copy of my third title, Yoga Secrets, which Tevin has a copy today,
Yes.
which has 2 + 8 ailment-specific cards inside. So you could actually practice forward folds, you could practice knee benders, you could isolate your body parts to practice stretching, maybe the hamstrings one day. One day you want to do knee benders to help prevent arthritis. You want to do chest openers to help prevent or alleviate asthma. So it depends on what you want to target on any given day. If you're feeling very strong, you may want to do the whole sequence. So here's what we're going to do. We are actually going to take you through some back bends and forward folds, as I promised, maybe about 10 to 12 postures. And before we do that, I'd like to thank our solo crew today, Josian Hurd. Josian is our director for today. Thank you so much for flying solo, and we'll try not to move around too much. Thanks to Malik Parker, our facilitator, who's responsible for all the gobos, the lights in the back, the studio lights, and the sound system. This episode has been made possible because of Josian and Malik, and of course our good friend here, Tevin. Tevin and I are going to stand up. We're going to take you from the beginning through postures. Let's start with postures 1 and 2. Now, if you have this postcard, actually I forgot to tell you, besides the website and the book, we will also share a postcard and a fridge magnet with a very simple stretch sequence. It's called 48 Plus, so you have no excuses not to stretch. We finally give you all the help you need. Posture number 1, if you have the card with you, heels together, toes slightly apart. I'm going to stagger myself. I'm going to let Tevin come forward this time. Tevin, if you want to come forward. Now, place your palms in front of your chest. So to do back bends, you don't have to go all the way back. The idea is to engage your low back muscles and just open up your chest. In this particular posture, Hasta Utthana, raised arms. Inhale, take your arms all the way overhead. Now once your arms are up there, wiggle your biceps behind your ears. Look up at the raised palms. And then here's where you want to adjust your back. You want to strengthen your low back, tighten your low back muscles, tilt your pelvis forward, and then dip your head back just a little bit. Take your arms back. Hold it. Now, from every back bend, we'll need a forward fold to balance. So here's what we're going to do. Exhale, fold from the hip. Hasta Utthana to Pada Hasta, hands to feet. Hands to feet. Pada Hasta, Pada's feet, hands is Hasta. So keep exhaling. Now we're going to have, our holding times are going to be a little longer than usual in this particular episode. We have 12 to 16 postures, and in our program we workshop these postures. You should feel a delicious stretch in the back of your legs, your hamstrings, the back of your thighs, the back of your calves should all feel a wonderful stretch. How does it feel, Tevin?
I feel it.
You can feel it, right?
Yeah.
You probably do a lot of running around, you dance a lot, I know that, and you do a lot of strengthening exercises. I don't know if you really enjoyed the stretching part yet, so now you're going to learn to enjoy that too. We're going to hold it. Every time we hold for a longer time, we release all those feel-good juices called endorphins. Let's inhale and come back up. Exhale and release. And I just almost lost my little chain, so I'm going to take off my piece of jewelry and place it right there. We're going to take you, we went into one back bend and a forward fold to balance it. Now we're going to turn to face the front left of the mat. Then bring your feet out, bring your legs out, let's say 6 6 to 8 inches. Now, if you're not familiar with this particular back bend, it's a little bit of an intense back bend. You may want to bring your feet further out, but if you feel strong, if your back feels strong today, bring your feet closer. The closer your feet are, the more intense is your back bend. Place your palms on your buttocks. So your palms are flat on your buttocks, and then push. You know, Tevin, when you were younger, probably you and your friends, especially your sisters, may have wanted to try and touch their elbows behind their back, right? That actually helps open up the chest, and it brings the shoulder blades together. So when you're compressing the shoulder blades, it's releasing a lot of tension. So press, push your elbows close together. Now, inhale, lift your chin up, open up your chest. Exhale, glide your palms down the back of your legs. And start bending your knees. Don't go too deep, just go as deep as you can. Engage your low back muscles. Tilt your head back, bend your knees, and hold. Inhale, let's come up. That posture is our signature posture. It's called Asana or reverse inversion. Before Tevin falls over, we're going to do a forward fold to balance the spine, just to release any tension in the spine. Bring your legs out about 3.5 to 4 feet apart. So this time, you want to make sure that your feet are a little further apart than usual. I'm going to stagger myself so that way we get more room and we don't hit each other. And you might want to keep a brick handy. This foam block is going to be ready in case I need it. You might want to do the same thing, Tevin, because we're going to fold over, and when you're in position, it may be a little hard to reach for the block. So your feet are about 3.5 to 4 feet. Put your brakes on. This posture, in this particular posture, it's called Ugra Asana in the school that I was trained. Ugra means fierce, but it's also known as Prasarita Padottanasana, which is a Sanskrit name for Prasarita is widespread, Padottan is feet or legs, and Asana is posture. So widespread legs. Legs are wide apart. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a forward fold. So inhale your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Exhale, fold from the hip with a nice straight back. Bring your palms down between your feet. And we're going to place our palms between the feet once you've made connection with the floor or the mat. Bring your feet further apart. That'll help you go down a little deeper. Keep your elbows nice and close. Keep exhaling and dip. You're attempting to touch the crown of the head to the floor. If that doesn't happen today, that's perfectly okay. You can use the foam block. You want to make that connection. So if you use a little bit of help, sometimes that is good for you. So bring the block, exhale, and dip. Try to touch the top of your head to the block. Now, if you feel that's not going to happen today, that's okay. Bring it at midpoint. The foam block starts off with the lowest orientation. Bring it to midpoint, and then try it one more time. If you're really, really tired, you may want to bring your block at its highest orientation and fold. Now, once you've done that, once you've made the connection, you want to bring your head out just a little bit till it's safe to bring your feet a little bit closer and take your hands off of the floor. Bring your palms together. Inhale, come up with a nice straight back. Exhale and release. Now we're going to wiggle our feet a little closer. We're going to turn to face the front of the mat. Where are we? Oh yes, Natarajasana. Nataraj is a dancer's pose. Did you feel that stretch on the inside? Especially the whole body goes over. And what happens, Tevin? When you went out with your legs out, did you feel any tension in the body? You felt the stretch on the insides, right? Did it hurt? Because if it didn't hurt, you're safe. If it hurts, you always ease off.
Well, a little bit half and half.
That's all right, at least you're honest. Now, if you feel going over all the way the first time is going to be a little tough, you can always use the block. Did you use the block?
Yeah.
I was turned the other way, so I didn't see it.
Use the block.
To get your head down. The idea is to make that connection. You don't want to suspend your head in midair. It's always important to make contact with some part, either the mat, the floor, or your block. Yeah? Let's turn to face the front of the camera. We're going to take our viewers through a posture called Natarajasana, Nataraja balance. This does involve a little bit of balance. So when you're in a balanced posture, you're standing on one leg, you want to look at a point in front of you that doesn't move, okay? Transfer your weight to your left leg. Bend your right leg at the knee. Inhale. Hold on to your right ankle. Place your left hand on your left hip. Hold on to your right ankle from behind. Look at a point in front of you that doesn't move. Would you, viewers at home, if you're watching, let's put our leg down first. Viewers at home, if you're watching us and stretching with us at home, remember, it's okay to use a little bit of external help. It's okay to use props as long as you don't rely on those props to take you through these postures in the beginning. In fact, Tevin, if you want to bring a chair, go ahead, run up and bring a chair. Use a chair or a table, the edge of a table if you need to hold on while you're on one leg. We have a couple of postures that involve some balance, but other than that, we're going to go straight through back bends and forward folds. So yeah, you might want to place it somewhere on the side of your mat. That's good. And you want the back facing you. That's it, so that you can hold on to this, right? Now, transfer your weight. Let's try that one more time. Transfer your weight to your left leg. Inhale. Lift your right foot off of the mat. Hold on to the right. Oh, I see. You're on the wrong side. All right. Put your leg down. Let's go the other way. Transfer your weight to the right leg. Lift your left leg up. Hold on to the left ankle from behind. And then do what Tevin's doing right here. Use a chair if you need a little bit of support. Look at a point in front of you that doesn't move. That's okay. Stay steady. Hold on to the chair. Look at that cone, Tevin. So the further ahead you look, the easier it is to hold your balance. Now, once you feel nice and comfortable, we're going to let go of our hand for just a second. Inhale the right arm up. And if you don't want to let go of your hand, Tevin, that's fine. Hold on to the back of the chair. That's okay. That's okay. Get right back in. If you get out of a posture, get back in. Do not give up on yourself. Now, if you're just holding on to your left ankle, exhale, lift your left knee off of the floor and dip your torso. Now, you can hold on to the chair, Tevin. That's fine because you're still getting a little back bend. Inhale. Let's come up. I released too soon. Release your left leg. Try to release your postures. Entry and exit a posture with grace. Very slow, deliberate motion. Sometimes we may release too fast, like I did just now. But it's okay. Learn to forgive yourself. This time you want to bring the chair this side because you're going to hold on and the back is facing you. So bring it somewhere there. Maybe you want to go back a little so you have something to hold on. Good. Transfer your weight to the left leg this time. Inhale, lift your right leg off of the floor. Hold on to the right ankle from behind. Look at a point in front of you that doesn't move. And if you're ready, and you don't have to let go of the chair, Tevin, you're still going to get your back bend. Inhale the left arm up for those of you who are not using the chair. Exhale, dip your torso, lift your right knee. So what you're doing is you're engaging your low back muscles. You're compressing your low back as you take your knee up. Inhale, let's come up, lower your knee, bring your torso up, release the right leg, and then release the left arm. Now we have a forward fold to balance, to help balance that posture. Now we can move that out of the way. That's all right, just so we don't hurt ourselves. Heels are together. One more time, toes slightly apart. Inhale the arms up to shoulder height. So from Nataraj, we're going to take you through Uttanasana. Palms are facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead. Palms facing in. This time, cross over and hold on to the opposite elbows. Once you've made that connection, wiggle your biceps behind your ears. And I'm going to stagger myself. I'll come forward. Tevin is much taller than I am, so you're fine where you are. Exhale and fold from the hip. Uttanasana. Uttan is standing forward fold or ragdoll. Exhale and fold. Keep your back nice and straight. Typically in the whole sequence after this, we automatically transition to the mountain posture, but not today. We're not going to. Actually, you know what? Why not? Let's do that. Place your palms down. We're going to come down into mountain posture, Ugra Asana, Parvatasana. Very gently place both your palms 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Take the right leg back and then the left. Exhale, dip your heels all the way down. This posture is exceptionally good for your spine, your back of your legs. It's good for a lot of things. It's also good for massaging your glands and organs, especially your pancreas. Keep breathing. And then very gently walk your feet close to your hands. And then bring your palms together. Inhale. That posture, by the way, let's come up, was also called downward facing dog. By now you're familiar with that, right? Exhale and release. Let's see if we can take our viewers through one more back bend. No, we've done that a few times before. Let's come in seated position. Let's come down on our knees. We'll take you through a posture. We're going to sit on our knees first. We'll take our viewers through a posture called Ustra Asana. Ustra means camel. This is basically a seated version of the reverse inversion we did. So we did that intense back bend with our hands behind our back. This is a seated version. So we won't lose our balance here. We're on our knees. Bring your knees about hip width apart. If this is a posture you're not very familiar with, you want to try with your knees a little further apart. If you're very comfortable, you can bring your knees close. Now I'm fairly okay, so I'm going to bring my knees at midpoint below the hips. Place your palms on your buttocks. Push your elbows back. That'll help open up your chest, and you're already strengthening your lower back. Tighten your gluteals. Your gluteals are your buttock muscles and your low back muscles. Inhale, lift your chin up, open up your chest. Keep inhaling. Once you get past midpoint, glide your palms down the back of your legs. Very gently reach. Right hand reaches for the right heel, left hand reaches for the left heel, and then once you've made that connection, tilt your head way back, tilt your pelvis forward and hold. Ustra or camel. Hold it, strengthen your low back, tighten your low back muscles. Inhale, bring your right hand back to your buttocks, and then the left hand. Very gently keep inhaling and come to neutral position. Let's sit down on our heels. We'll take our viewers through the next back bend. It's one back bend after another, and then we do a beautiful forward fold. So you're sitting on your heels. Remember, when you go back all the way with your knees closer, you get more of a stretch in your quad muscles. All the muscles are interconnected. So you want to challenge yourself further, keep your knees together. Now this time we're going to face the front left of the mat. So we're in profile, so that way the cameras will pick us up in different angles. Sit on your heels, the tops of your feet are flat. Place your palms behind you. Very gently lower your elbows down. So bring your right elbow down and then the left. Once you're all the way down, tilt your head back. Keep your knees down. Resist the temptation to bring your knees off of the floor. Now I'm assuming the cameras will pick us up in profile from the right side so they can still see us. Engage your low back. Stay strong. Press with your palms. Inhale. Let's come up. Very gently, one elbow and then the other. Now we're going to do a beautiful forward fold. Inhale the arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Clasp your palms together. Exhale and fold. Keep your back and your arms nice and straight. Do not lower your elbows. Keep your elbows off of the floor. Palms are on the floor, your whole spine, the whole back. Actually stay right there, Tevin. Dip your head between your biceps. Keep your elbows straight. The whole of Kevin's back, his whole spine, spinal extensors, as we call the back of the spine, is getting a wonderful stretch right there all the way. And he's getting a beautiful stretch in his hamstrings and the back of the thighs as well. He's also getting a wonderful knee bender. So this is a wonderful, very easy or relaxing seated forward fold. So keep exhaling. As you dip, as you keep exhaling, the abdominal muscle tightens and you can go a little deeper. And you want to keep your hands, arms extended all the way straight out. You don't want to bend your elbows. That's it. Beautiful. Now, place your palms together. Shashank or rabbit. This posture is called Shashank or rabbit. The one that we just did before this rabbit posture is Supta Vajra or supine diamond. Press your palms together. Inhale. Engage your low back and come up with a straight back. Exhale and release. Let's see, we had 4 minutes left. We got the cue for 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We should be able to do a few. That's okay. Now, wherever you are, if you're already on your knees, very gracefully extend the right leg out all the way to the back. Keep your toes curled in the beginning, so that'll help you push your right knee all the way back, and then bring your left foot forward. So you're actually almost sitting on the left hip, but you don't want to sit. Once you're centered yourself, we will adjust the hip. So your right leg has gone all the way. Uncurl your toes, kapot or pigeon. Take your right leg all the way back. Press with your palms. Inhale, engage your low back, look up. Chest is open, chin is up. Exhale, fold from the hip. Nice straight back. Exhale, lead with the chest and fold. Touch your forehead to the floor. Wherever you are today is fine. Your left foot doesn't have to come all the way forward. You should feel the stretch on your abductor muscles, the outside of your upper left thigh. Inhale, press with your palms. Engage your low back and let's come up. Let's switch legs. Curl your toes in the right foot. Bring your left foot under your buttocks. Bring the right foot forward and then take the left foot all the way back. Very gently bring the right foot a little forward this time to adjust so you can sit and be nice and centered. You want to stay up for now. Once your left leg has gone back as far back as it would go, uncurl your toes. Exhale. Now press with your palms. Look up, chin up, chest out. Hi, Annie. Exhale, fold from the hip with a nice straight back. Engage your low back and let's fold. Lead with the chest. Press with your palms. Inhale and let's come up. Let's bring both our feet together, way back to the seated knee bending position. Take your arms, take your hands behind your back this time. So from pigeon, we're going to go into a posture called Maha Mudra or grand gesture. I'm wondering if this camera will pick us up today. Let's turn to the front. We are already turned to the front left, okay. So hold on to the opposite elbows. And once you've got a nice grip, try to wiggle them as close together. That'll open up your chest. Inhale, lift your chin up, open up your chest. Exhale, fold from the hip. Maha Mudra, grand gesture. Inhale, come up with a nice straight back. Exhale and release. We're almost out of time. We're just going to keep rolling as long as the cameras are going. So let's extend our legs all the way out in prone position while they're rolling, while the titles are rolling. Tevin, your name was up there, just saw it. Take both your legs all the way back in cobra position. While the titles are rolling, I'd like to thank Josiane Hurd, our director, and Malik Parker, our facilitator for today. Press with your palms, your feet are flat. Inhale, engage your low back and lift your chin and chest. Press with your palms. Keep your elbows close to you. Exhale and release. Bring your arms out in front of you. From Bhujanga or Cobra, we're going to go into Navasana or boat. Engage your low back. Inhale, lift your hands, your elbows, your knees and your feet off of the floor. Inhale and lift. Tighten your low back and lift. Lift your arms. Exhale and release. It's a little bit tricky to use the low back to do that. Hold on to the left ankle with the left hand, right ankle with the right hand. Archer's bow, Dhanurasana. Inhale, engage your low back and lift your knees, chin and chest. Now if you find one leg goes a little higher, that's an imbalance in your body. Acknowledge that, work on it. Exhale and release. We're just going to close with one last fold. It's Pindasana. Pinda or fetus. Come back. Let's come on our back. Bring your knees into your chest. Pinda or fetus or spinal rocking. Hug your knees with your hands. Give yourself a little bit of a physical pat for a job well done and just rock from side to side. It's a sacral massage. The edge of your sacrum gets a beautiful massage on the floor.